After almost 1,000 hours of volunteered effort and over $7,000 in expenses, all of us at the LockedCraft Legacy organization are proud to welcome you to the Towny segment of our reunion event. Towny has been 3 years in the making. As our capstone and final project, it has more features than all other segments of the reunion combined. As it has been over half a decade since LockedCraft shut down, we figured that some players may need a refresher on this game mode, and the game itself. In this short orientation video, we intend to introduce you to some of this segment's layout. We also intend on familiarizing you with some of the core mechanics that you might encounter when experiencing our Towny game mode. The event will start on this date and will last for 4 weeks. During that time, you'll be able to connect via the IP mc-smp.com. Please use Minecraft version 1.16.5. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to any of our event staff on Discord. With that out of the way, let's get into the event. This segment actually consists of 3 different servers: the Hub, Old Towny, and New Towny. Let's start with the Hub. This server showcases the original Hub build once featured on LockedCraft. Over the years, various admins have added numerous Easter eggs to it. However, since this area was impossible to legitimately escape, its secrets went largely unseen by players. Until now. For this event, the LCLO has added a golden jump pad to the spawn platform, thereby giving players a legitimate way to escape the spawn area. 14 Easter eggs are now accessible in the Hub. Do you think you can find them all? To switch servers from the Hub, simply hold the clock in your inventory, right-click, move your mouse to the desired server, and left-click. That brings us to the next server, Old Towny, also known as OSMP, and the 1.8 map visitation. Old SMP is LockedCraft's final Towny map, frozen in time. It ran from late 2014 until the server's end in early 2016. Despite being frozen, the old SMP server has been designed from the ground up to allow players to freely explore around the map, to visit old builds from themselves and from others. One of the key systems facilitating this can be found at maps.mc-smp.com. This website features a top-down render of the map, with various markers imported from the old data for stargates, shops, warps, and master warps. Another important resource is the /warp nexus, which features a stargate to every town on the map and a stargate to every isolated structure visible on the render. To get around the map, feel free to use these commands, which are available to all players. To switch servers when not in the Hub, players can either use the /server command or the portals found within spawn. And with that, we've arrived at the segment's main event, New Towny, also known as SMP. In this world, you can relive your childhood and play an updated, fixed, optimized, and improved version of LC's original Towny game mode. If you remember playing on LC, you will find many aspects of this experience quite familiar, albeit with some additional improvements. In this part of the video, we will introduce you to some of these additions, as well as some of the more important mechanics originally present on the server. Note that, for the sake of time, we'll be unable to cover everything. We highly recommend reading the server's /warp tutorial for information on any features that we might miss. When you first join the world, you will appear here, an exact recreation of LC's 1.6 spawn. Directly outside of the building are 4 of the server's most important utilities: the biome portals, the nexus, the market, and the mall. Most players will choose to start their journeys at the biome portals, stargates that allow players to leave the protections of the spawn island. Other players may wish to join a town, and the nexus is a collection of portals linking to all towns currently on the server. The choice is yours, although we ultimately recommend building any long-term structures in a protected region. As with the original server, griefing is prohibited, and will be rolled back via a /mod request, but note that it may take a while. Additionally, to prevent theft, we suggest locking all containers with the lockette, as shown here. One element that we worked really hard on is the economy fee. Players can buy things with in-game currency using these commands. Additionally, 2 structures are available to help you buy things: the market and the mall. The market is an admin-run shop designed to keep putting resources into the game. On the other hand, the mall is a collection of player-run shops that really help you trade between players. As a general rule of thumb, prices in the mall will be cheaper than those in market, so you should check there first. When considering prices, it is also important to note that this event's economy has been modeled after that of LockedCraft in 2012. Players will earn less income, but everything will cost less to make up for that. All players start with $1,700, with bonuses paid out daily using these commands via login streaks and rank rewards. Unlike the original, rather than receiving a lump sum payment, rank bonuses will now be paid out gradually throughout the event's duration. And with that, we will briefly transition to discussing ranks in the context of the LockedCraft Legacy Organization. As with most servers from 2013, LockedCraft featured a system of ranks tied to in-game rewards. As a courtesy, players who had ranks on the original server will see them returned automatically on our services. As with our other initiatives, we will not be selling ranks. A time-based progression, documented at /warp ranks, has been added, and several balance patches have been implemented to lessen the disparities between users. Several examples of such patches are as follows. Mobs and players will now drop player heads, and players can transform them using their own skin via /skull. Players can fly into their town using the use of /tfly. Certain town staff can create chest shops tied to their town's bank, and certain nation staff can create stargates in their nation's network. Finally, aside from economics and transportation, some other elements of the spawn island are of interest. Over here, players can find the tutorial area. Over here, can find miniatures that act as portals to recreations of past spawns. And over here, players can find various server events. In general, staff will host about 5 such events every day. And that about covers everything. Thank you for attending this event, and thank you for supporting the LCLO over the past few years. We hope you enjoy the event. And if you have not already, we suggest joining our Discord to stay up to date at mc-smp.com/dis.